Stunning on the outside, precious on the inside, that's how you should feel. You gotta treat yourself, adore yourself. You gotta give your body time to heal, enhance your mind.
Welcome back to Holistic Beauty, episode 5. We have completed an entire month of episodes, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed them, gotten something out of them. I have really enjoyed putting them together just for you. We made a little detour last week talking about the representative or the real, but today we're going to get back on track and talk about how me seeking out this acceptance as far as my looks was concerned from other people, how it ended up looking as I became an adult. Seeking approval from others and this acceptance from others really just continued to grow from childhood into adolescence into my adult years. And as I became an adult, it just grew more and more, and I sought out this approval from others, and especially in male relationships that I had. These, boyfriend, girlfriend type relationships that I had. I remember when it really had reached its peak of destruction. I had gotten to a very, very unhealthy relationship. And everything about me and everything about what I did was to get the approval of this individual. Now, I had very, very low self-esteem. My confidence was at an all-time low. I did not think very much of myself. As a matter of fact, when I got into relationships prior to this one, and especially this one, it was almost from this mindset of who will accept me? Am I good enough? Am I pretty enough for someone to want me and for someone to accept me? And so everything that I did and the way that I functioned portrayed that mindset. And so I was like a people pleaser within this relationship, and I would walk on eggshells and pins and needles, just trying to do everything just right to appease this person and to try to be accepted and loved by this individual. Being in this sort of relationship where I was constantly seeking the acceptance and approval, it caused me to compromise a lot, compromise myself, compromise my standards. I didn't have any standards at this point. I just kind of accepted what was, because I just better be glad that someone wanted me and that I was in a relationship. But as my self-esteem began to continue to plummet, I just began to develop this deep self-hate. I hated the way that I looked. I hated the way that I had to, I felt like that I had to behave. I hated who I had become. I had become this person that was lost, this person that didn't think that they were worthy, this person that didn't feel like they had any value, this person who didn't feel like there was any beauty about them, inside or out. I was just plumb disgusted with myself, to tell you the truth. Now, because I had this type of mindset and this low self-esteem and this low confidence, I attracted that to me. You do attract who you are, what you are. So I had that type of mindset. So I actually attracted someone who had low self-esteem as well and didn't have very high confidence as well. However, it showed up differently in them. It showed up in them with this domination type mentality and this controlling type mentality. And so I attracted that to me, and we just kind of fed off of each other. So as I was seeking approval and acceptance, so was this individual. But what they would do was try to suppress me even more, beat me down even more, which actually made me think, I don't think they see me the way that I see myself, which is the case most of the time. People do not see us the way that we see ourselves. But in this case, because I was exuding low self-image, low self-esteem, low confidence, that's exactly what I drew to myself. So this individual just tried to make me think even less of myself and continue to put me in the position where I wouldn't leave, where I felt like I was getting some sort of prize by having them in my life, where it was some sort of privilege to have them, that I should be lucky enough to have someone like them because they were the greatest. So they put on this, facade of false confidence and this false high esteem to make me think that, wow, I'm really getting somebody special. But at the same time, they made me feel like I didn't deserve something that special. So my self-esteem continued to plummet and my confidence went to zero. I had no confidence I would constantly pick myself apart. I even got to the point where I was desiring to have surgeries. I wanted a nose job. I wanted something done to make my lips smaller. Oh, I wish that my skin color was lighter. I wish that my hair was different. I wish that my body was different. I wanted breast implants. I wanted to gain weight because I felt like I was just too small and too skinny. So I would pick myself apart and want to make all of these changes about myself because I felt like that who I was, how I came, and what I looked like was just not acceptable. And I just wanted to appease this person and gain the approval of this person. So I just did not feel beautiful at all. I felt not just disgusted with who I had become, but my whole mindset of how I thought, it began to change. Like my inner conversation with myself was so dark, and I would put myself down. I would say things to myself like, you're ugly. You're stupid. You don't know how to make good decisions. Because by this time, I was beating myself up for even making the decision to be with this person. And I was beating myself up with the fact that I couldn't tear away, from this person. This was a long-term relationship, and I felt like I couldn't tear away from this person. I had become so attached to this person that I needed that negativity to keep going. It sounds crazy, but it was all that I had. It was all that I felt like that I had, even though it was something that was destroying me inside. And it was destroying me on the outside too. When you have this type of mindset about yourself and your confidence is so low, your self-esteem is so low, you fall into depression, and it showed on the outside. I've looked back at pictures from that time in my life and I hardly recognize myself. I didn't look healthy at all. I didn't have that glow about my skin. The color was leaving my skin, and there was not only death occurring in my soul where I was dying, but it looked like it on the outside as well. Like there was no life in my eyes. There was no joy, within me. And there was so much pain and so much hurt and so much fear behind my smile that you could just tell. My beauty could not radiate on the outside. The only thing that was radiating on the outside was this person that doesn't think very much of herself. This person that is believing the lies. This person that is listening to the whispers that continue to tear her down. If you don't get anything else from today's episode, what I want you to walk away with today is knowing that who you are, all of the external, what you look like, what makes up you, but not just that, everything that makes up you, from your personality to your gifts, to your talents, to your skills, to your way of thinking, to your way of speaking, to your mannerisms, just everything that makes you, you, is not predicated on someone else's opinion of you, someone else's expectations of you. I want you to break free. If you are bound by this type of mindset, I want you to break free of the opinions of others, the expectations of others, and begin to walk in the freedom of being exactly who you are in all of its glory, whether it's quirky or whether it's not, whether it's a serious person and people are always trying to tell you to lighten up. You are who you are, and you were created how you were created, for a reason, for a purpose, to accomplish very specific things. And I want you to begin to embrace that. Begin to change your mindset and know that the way that I am, there's nothing wrong with it at all. And not change yourself and not try to conform to the expectations of other people, the expectations that people place on you, even the expectations that we place on ourselves because of how we think and how we perceive that others would accept us. Just let your light shine. Let your beauty shine. Let your personality shine through. Everything about your external, own it. Embrace it. Embrace those lips. Embrace that nose. Embrace that beautiful skin tone that you have. Don't feel like you have to tan to make your skin darker because you think that is more appealing or more beautiful. Don't try to lighten your skin because you feel like that is more beautiful and more appealing. Accept the beautiful skin tone that you were created, whether it is milky white ivory or whether it is cocoa mocha or the deep dark chocolate variety. Whatever skin tone that you are, know that it's beautiful. Know that nothing else is wrong with it. Begin to embrace your uniqueness, all of your features. Accept those long legs, accept those short legs, accept your long arms, accept your short arms, accept these wide hips, accept the no hips, accept everything about yourself and know that it is beautiful and that it is more than enough. And knowing that beauty is not just the external. I would like to get that across to you because even though we talk about the external, beauty is not just the external. It has so many more sides to it, so many more aspects to it that we will dig into in future episodes. But a lot of people get hung up on this exterior. And before we dig in deeper, I just want you to take a moment now to be thankful for all the features that you have, to be thankful for how you look. You may not really like the nose that you have, but thank God you can smell, okay? You may not really like, your body, but thank God you have a body. Thank God you have legs that you can walk. Thank God that you have feet that you can walk. Thank God that you have a tongue and that you have lips, that you can speak, that you can taste food. I had met a lady who had lost her ability to taste. I couldn't even imagine not being able to taste brownies. I love brownies, okay? The Ghirardelli turtle brownies. If you haven't tried them, go try them. They are life. I couldn't imagine not being able to taste that. Just the little things that we take for granted because we get hung up on, oh, I don't like the way that looks. I wish this was different. Let's just be thankful. Let's just take a moment right now to be thankful for our body, to be thankful that we have a body, to be thankful that we are here, that we have life. Really, seriously, let's take a moment to be thankful. Thank you. Thank you. So, like I said, if you don't walk away with anything else today from this video, I want you to walk away feeling a lot better about yourself. Stand up tall. Lift your head up a little higher. You are nothing to be ashamed of. And stop putting yourself down. And let's draw the line and not allow others to dictate who we are. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Let me know what you all think down in the comment section. I am always listening and would love to have a dialogue with you all about your thoughts or to hear your stories as well. Don't forget to tune in next Friday for episode 6 of Holistic Beauty. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to join the tribe of confident, beautiful women. If these episodes that I have been sharing with you guys have helped you, touched you in any way, or you know someone who may enjoy these videos, please help me out by sharing them on your social media, sharing them on Instagram or sharing them on Facebook, or just texting them or messaging them to a friend. I would really appreciate if you ladies could help me to spread the word of confident beauty. I will see you all here next week. Bye.